Good day, rescue enjoyers. Have the right, 'cause it's time for the 48 analysis. Basically, in this video, I'm going to look at all the skins in the current Rust store, and I'm going to compare to previous Rust store skins to get a good idea in regards to, well, how much are each of these skins likely to sell by next Thursday. But then knowing that, within question, are these skins still holding up to being perfectly fine investments, or are there any potential problems that you might need to be prepared for? So sit back and relax. Let's get started. So, first 24 hours of sales, and it's not too surprising. It is a force wipe. We have seen much better sales compared to previous Rust stores. But, brand new skinnable, small backpack, we got 3 of them, and they have sold quite a lot. But, you know what I'm like with brand new skinnables. I'm a bit hesitant. The most likely answer is that they're probably going to sell a little bit too much, especially with a lot more potentially about to appear for the rest of this month as well, and of course in the future. I'm always hesitant with the first few skins to be accepted, so we'll have a discussion in regards to that. Again, I'm sure you saw my predictions video. I'm sure you heard my reasoning. Saw exactly what I was referencing, because of course, in the past, we saw the large backpacks become a brand new skinnable 2 years ago. And it just so happens that one of the first ever skins to be accepted was a large No Mercy backpack. So, yeah, I've learned from the past, and I am very hesitant with them. I will say at the very least, though, this definitely is not selling as much compared to that large backpack from the past, though. But, yeah, we've had experience with this already. Ever since the bed first became skinnable last year, it's just been new skinnable, new skinnable, new skinnable every single month. So, we kind of know how this all works by now. So, all right. Top selling skin, still quite hesitant. But in contrast, the focused item month being the bucket helmet, I'm surprised it's sold so little. Only around 3,000 subscribers. Now, again, let me point this out. The wolf headdress has now been made to be a little bit harder to acquire. Bucket helmets are now cheaper to make, and they've had a buff, a bigger, better defensive buff. And yet, I guess they're not being used that much still, you know? Like, of course, once you've got your group well established and whatnot, you've got your base down, who's racing to get a bucket helmet? Well, there you go. So that's going to be an interesting discussion for when we do the abnormal barders. But I was expecting better, you know, in anticipation with the August update. I was seeing bucket helmets getting bought out on the Steam market. So, I mean, we'll see how things go. But yeah, it's surprising that they have sold so little. But you know what? All the better for them to rise up in price if we were to see interesting collection continuations in the future. So, we've got quite a discussion. Yes, indeed, we do. And honestly, overall, a lot of the skins here are doing very nicely. Endgame Garage Door, that's been getting a lot of attention. People clearly happen to like that. Valkyrie Thompson, well, it might be one of the cheapest transparent Thompsons we currently have available. That's marketable, just saying. So, yeah, that might not be looking so bad, even though it is selling quite a lot for a $3 skin. So, alright, cool, we get the point. Let's now go over to here and look at the skins after about 53, 54 hours in. Yeah, it's a bit later. I do apologise. Funny enough, I sorted out my thumbnail at around 48 hours, and then now I've come back to it now, so I'm on stream. I ended up delaying, and, well, I'm doing it now, so don't worry. We're still going to get a pretty good idea in regards to how much each of these skins are going to likely sell by next Thursday, so no need to worry. All is good. Sit back and relax. Let's start yapping. So, with the first 2 skins here, you might notice Endgame Garage Door has eclipsed the No Mercy small backpack, and it is now sold quite a fair bit more. I'm very much under the impression a lot more people are now fully well aware that the small backpacks likely could have issues in the future, what of them being a brand new skinnable. Of course, with more and more and more and more options appearing as time goes on, yeah. So, we did reference that in the recent predictions video, but of course, let's focus now. What do we want to compare with the previous Rust stores? I thought I could just go back and compare to Frog Boonie Hat. Although, funnily enough, I should also reference the Popstar Armoured Door, because guess what happened? With that July Force Wipe Rust store from just over a month ago, as you'll see, oh yeah, Popstar actually eclipsed it. Because a lot more people were invested into the Popstar collection compared to the Frog collection. But the point still remains, they did get close to 30,000 subscribers. And that's exactly what we're assuming when we first saw the initial 24 hours of sales. I thought a few of the skins going to probably reach over 30,000 subscribers, and yes, I do stand by that point right now. I believe Endgame Garage Door and No Mercy Small Backpack are probably going to sell between 27 to 32,000 subscribers. Now, is that too much? I will sit here and say Garage Door looks amazing. I'm not surprised to see a lot of people fully behind it. I can see it's getting a lot of attention. It's getting a lot of comments. A lot of people want to see more of this. I will not be surprised in the slightest if we happen to see a collection continuation this weekend. In fact, not yet. Okay. But I do believe we'll be seeing a very interesting deplorable collection being built up from this now. But Garage Doors this year. That's a very cool looking Garage Door. I like it. Well, guess what? I've said that a few times already this year. That's a cool looking Garage Door. That's a very cool looking Garage Door. Oh, that's a cool looking Garage Door. Oh, hang on a minute. That's a cool looking Garage Door. I like it. Well, guess what? Down 21 and like down 26 and yeah, down 22. Yeah, we say this a lot because we keep seeing a lot of very cool looking Garage Doors, and there will be more. There will be more. So imagine this. Imagine a Garage Door that looks very cool and then sells a lot and then it goes down in price. Oh, yeah, imagine that, yeah. Imagine that, yeah. Oh, imagine that, yeah. 31,000, 32,000, 27,000. Oh, dear. Yeah. We see far too many Garage Door skins being accepted. And guess what? Right now we're going through good times. Prices are improving. And they're still down in price. Imagine how bad they're going to be in 2 months' time when it's October time. When we go through the dreaded autumn-fall seasonal dip. Uh-oh. So yeah, we have a couple Garage Doors that are actually in the positive right now, which is nice to see. But out of all the Garage Doors you've seen so far this year, is that it? So my biggest concern is far too many Garage Doors have been accepted. Yes, it could potentially develop into a very interesting deplorable collection if we do see signs of that, if it does happen. Over the course of this month, if we see frequent and quick acceptances, continuations, I think that Garage Door could work out quite nicely. But if they take too long, or if Face Punch doesn't accept them fast enough, I wouldn't be surprised if that starts to slip. And by the time we go for October time, again, I do believe that will be struggling and suffering, much like most skins in general, okay? So do be warned. Yeah, looks nice. It's selling a lot, but once loads of people start feeling the need to sell, you might see tons of those listed on the Steam market and on third-party sites, and it might take it very likely could take a very long time for that to recover. So I'm just putting the warnings out there. By all means, if you bought one for yourself, that's fine. That's a treat for yourself. But if you really want to jump onto that, make sure you do the abnormal barters first, okay? And yet still, I really wouldn't be surprised if it does go below $3 at some point during this year. You never know. We might see another very cool looking Garage Door being accepted next Rust Store. Twitch drops, kick drops. They're inevitable. So, yeah. I am hesitant about that, but I'm not surprised to see it sold a lot. So, props to Skin Creator. Keep an eye on their workshop to see what they produce next. But now we have No Mercy Small Backpack. All I've got to do is just point this out to you. Guys, there's a lot of options there for a small backpack skin. Next week, what gets accepted next? Well, you never know. Maybe we could see Arctic Protection. I doubt it, but we'll see. Maybe we could see Thundergod Small Backpack. Probably. You know, we did get the large backpack. It's doing very nicely right now. Point I'm trying to get across is, at some point in the future, I expect to see another white backpack being accepted. No Mercy, of course, is white and black, but right now that's probably the best option if you want to run around in the snow and whatnot. But inevitably, Twitch drop, kick drop, yep. I wouldn't be surprised that drops off when another interesting option appears. Now, I will say this. Over the course of the next few weeks, I wouldn't be surprised this retains its value quite nicely for a bit. But then inevitably, like most skins, it's going to suffer. And by the time every single skin starts suffering, I would be surprised if we have like 10 backpacks accepted by then. Small backpacks, that's it. That is. So again, let me just quickly remind you. All the way in the beginning. Can you see that properly? There you go. Right. 54,000 subscribers. Now, someone did point this out. Small backpacks and large backpacks are obviously different. True. 100%. I respect that. I don't think we'll have a small backpack that sells that much. But, case in point, inevitably, it did go down in price when other options appeared. And as I said, I should have pointed out, we did eventually see the likes of a Hedge backpack like this, What's stopping him from getting a small backpack version of that as a Twitch drop? And of course, I already said we got the Thunder Gold backpack, which right now doing very, very nicely. $6+ I'm led to believe, getting close to 7. Yes, yes indeed. Still got 50 of these. Still got 50 of these. Anyway, so competition, more options, that will lead to problems with these small backpacks. It's not just the No Mercy small backpack, it'll also be Cargo Heli, it'll also be Chrome Runner, okay? And it's not a case of, oh, it's the similar colour schemes and whatnot. No, it's just simply having more options available, okay? Not everybody is going to feel the need to wear a white and black backpack or a transparent cool design like that or a shiny glossy design like that. You know, it just might be the fact that there's a penguin one. You know, that's just me saying something random. But I would like to see a penguin small backpack for Christmas, please. Please, someone do it. Anyway, just something like that, you know, something silly, something goofy. So, yes, with more options on the horizon, be wary, be cautious. Now, if you bought one for yourself, totally fine, not a problem. If you're questioning potentially buying 100 as an investment, you definitely just want to stick with a barter. I will respect, though, small backpacks do appear to be a lot more easier to get a hold of, and I wouldn't be surprised if they do get used a whole lot more as well. So, again, something could sell quite a lot, but if people are super eager to use it all the time, if there's very strong justification, you know, so yeah, I would imagine the skins would hold quite nicely. So this is also a learning experience as well. Small backpacks, large backpacks, quite the difference. But then again, if you're playing a big team or whatnot, obviously getting certain things isn't super hard. Think of all the solos and the small like teams and whatnot. Are they also getting large backpacks enough? What about small backpacks? It's all right, cool. Still hesitant though, so yeah. 27 to 32,000 subscribers. Now moving on, we have the Valkyrie Thompson. And I just want to get this across to all of you. I've made a short video showcasing this. But yep, let's go to Thompsons. And let's just point out the recent marketable transparent Thompsons. Now again, transparency in Thompsons is literally just the side panels. Then just those, it's just those being removed and that's it. It's just that. All right? And yeah, in terms of marketable options, Hellcore, yeah. And then, of course, last year's Heatseeker. On the top of my head, I actually don't remember any of the other ones. I'm pretty sure there's at least another one or two that also have transparency with their side panels. But these are more recent. These have well-established collections behind them. They're both selling very, very nicely, okay? This is selling for $14. This right here is selling for $17. Wow. So, yeah. I know Valkyrie's selling quite a lot, but it's just basically walked into a position where it's instantly the cheapest and most affordable option compared to these three, and it is building up as an interesting weapon collection. Interesting you say, yes. But can I also just point this out? We also do get quite a lot of Thompson Twitch drops and kick drops. In fact, earlier this year, look what we got from XKev, a very nice looking Thompson, which also happens to be metallic, and it also happens to have transparency. Chances are, right now, you already own a very nice Thompson that's got transparency that you don't even have to pay for anything. You just have it, you know? And yet, these marketable ones just seem to work out perfectly fine. So, yeah, I'm in a position of, it doesn't really matter what this sells. That Valkyrie Thompson very likely will just do perfectly fine. And again, we'll just quickly compare, like, how much did the Hellcore sell? 12,700 subscribers. Yeah, we've already passed that. And then, of course, we also happen to have the Heatseeker. That reached just over 33,000 subscribers. I don't think we're going to reach up to that. I think we're going to be smack dab in the middle. And you know what? If this is smack dab in the middle, A-okay. Not a problem. Right then, so let's go ahead and find out how much is that likely going to sell. I thought smartest thing to do would be to compare to the Valkyrie AK-47. Yep, the very first skin in its collection. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Let's go to July 4 swipe. And as you can see, the Valkyrie AK-47, 24,462 subscribers. So, okay. Valkyrie Thompson. If you're going to be like smack dab in the middle between Hellcore and Heatseeker, let's just say it does around 23 to 26,000 subscribers. Could there be any complications? Could there be any problems? No, not really. I think that's just going to be doing good. Just good. I know there are options. Again, There's a lot more like Twitch drops and kick drops in the past with transparency that are available, such as what the Sir Winter one. There's the Junin one from last year. Like, there's a lot of them available, okay? So don't be surprised if we do see more. And don't be surprised, regardless, the likes of these, and of course that, still working out very nicely. Let's also point out, this wasn't something that just happened instantly. It actually took a year. So if I could just quickly show you this. Heatseeker's probably the better one to showcase because, of course, it sold quite a lot, has the well-established collection. But it also came out last year, last May, if I can remember. So let's go ahead and, yeah, May time. So yeah, came out in May, but it first became marketable early June. Look at its sales history. It took time to get to that point. So initially, it kind of drops off a little bit, but it just gains instantly, and it has a very nice summer. Post-Christmas is good. Easter dip. Oh boy, what's going on here? It just got lots and lots of hype. All right, cool. That took a year. So if you're going to sit there and hope that your Valkyrie Thompson is going to instantly go up in price, it very likely will, but it probably won't be going up to that price anytime soon. And who knows? Chances are more transparent Thompsons are going to probably be accepted in rust stores and whatnot. So nothing is a guarantee, but I still believe that is in a very, 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 very good spot. Even with 23 to 26,000 subscribers, there's a reason why that was like the first thing I wanted to talk about in my predictions video. I think I'll be buying some of them. I really do feel like that's probably one of the best options this week. Now, you can dispute that. You can sit there and say whatever you want to say, but I still stand by my point. If you held on to them for a good year, try and sell them next summer, you might be walking into some sweet, delicious profit. But that's just based on what we've seen. Again, nothing's a guarantee. Oh no, maybe it only goes up to about $9. Okay, I guess I'll just have to accept that then. So, all right, we'll see. It is quite pricey, but I could expect it to go much higher. So we'll see how it goes, right? So, yep, 23 to 26,000 subscribers. Cargo Heli Small Backpack and Young Dragon AK-47. Now, yeah, the AK-47's catching up to this backpack. I wouldn't be surprised by next Thursday this actually eclipses it. But initially, there was quite a gap, as you can see. But the fact that they're so close to each other now, I think I have to pair them up. And I thought about it, and I realised, you know what, maybe the best thing to compare to is the Apotheosis of War Armoured Door. So, right, yeah, let's go ahead and do just that. So back to July 4 swipe. There it is, 18,379 subscribers. So, all right, cool, that's quite a lot of sales. It's looking pretty sweet. Back over to here, looking at their current progress, 12,600, 12,200. I reckon these are going to probably sell between 18 to 21,000 subscribers. I am expecting this. I really am expecting that to slow down, but I'm still expecting it to, continue getting some decent sales. I do believe this will sell more compared to that. I do believe this could probably go over 20,000 subscribers. Hence why I set up to 21,000 subscribers. This right here is a pay-to-win transparent aim sight AK-47. It has the golden, beloved Twitch/kick drop aim sight. Oh yes, lovely bit of transparency, a very cool looking design, and a very good chance of it turning into a pretty interesting weapon collection as well. We've had 2 acceptances so far. It's looking pretty good. I'm optimistic. So keep an eye on Hardy's workshop. Plenty more interesting skins on the horizon. I feel like that actually will be doing quite all right in the future. However, considering all the AK-47s, all the AK-47s we see being accepted, there's a lot of them. Like, look at last year, for example. There's a lot. You know what? 1, 2, 3. Is that it? Oh, wow. Last year, we had 39 AK-47s, and right now, only 3 of them are in the positive. That's not looking very good, is it? No. So, at some point, I'm assuming the exact same thing's going to happen here. But I wouldn't be surprised if this is going to be one of the AK-47s that eventually does end up in the positive. As will Optimized and Tripwello, maybe? Valkyrie? Probably Valkyrie, yeah. There's only so many AK-47s that actually work out quite alright. And I will sit here and say, you're definitely better off with a Barda. Some of you might sit there and say, oh, should I buy some? Well, one for yourself. It's a nice looking skin. But if you're thinking about buying 50, I think you're better off with a 50 buy order. Again, October time is getting closer and closer. Don't be surprised with a pretty bad drop-off. But then again, don't be surprised with a lovely, lovely rise as we go through Christmas and whatnot. So, all right, cool. So, yep, that's looking pretty optimistic. I still expect that to perform better compared to most AK-47s. But with the Cargo Heli small backpack, I'm basically just going to repeat what I said in regards to No Mercy small backpack. When more options appear, when more small backpacks are produced and accepted and whatnot, it very likely will get lost in the shuffle. I know there's a Cargo Heli collection. It's not a very in-demand collection. Cargo Heli. Let's go up to here, and yeah, it's a bit all over the place. Yeah. So, nice to see it. Not expecting much, though. So, yeah. I know some people might sit there and say, oh, it's the best green option we have. I guess. If you want to go for that, I guess. It's got orange in it and blue, and I'm sure there will be a fairly decent green or brown backpack being accepted soon enough that'll just be appreciated more compared to that. And that newer backpack would likely sell less than what this is going to reach up to. So, yeah, I reckon Cargo Heli small backpack and Young Dragon AK-47 are going to sell between 18 to 21,000 subscribers. So, yeah, not as confident with this, but I can see a pretty interesting future with this eventually. You just have to be patient. Can you be patient? Right, so speaking of, now we have the Chrome Runner small backpack. $2.49, selling just a fair bit less compared to Cargo Heli. You already know the answer in regards to what I'm going to say, because I just said it basically. But we still need to find out how much this is likely to sell. So what do we compare to? I thought we could compare to Hellforge Tier 3. Very similar subscriber counts. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. So over to here, Hellforged, 17,000, 16,000. Again, I have noticed this has slowed down a fair bit. I reckon Chrome Runner small backpack's going to reach between 15 to 17,000 subscribers. So, yeah. Again, as more and more small backpacks are accepted, more shinier and sparklier looking designs, maybe that won't look so special anymore. It's cool for what it is, but you're going to sit there and say, but Hedge has got bones. It's made out of metal. It looks cool. Well, I mean, wait for Halloween. Soon you'll see some very cool bony designs. So, yeah. All right, then. I respect it. It looks nice. And if you bought one for yourself, yeah, that was a treat for yourself. It wasn't an investment. But with all three of these small backpacks, I'm just going to do a local buy order, and I'm going to move on with my life, all right? And again, I am still learning from this as well, because how much more frequently are these skins being utilised compared to large backpack skins? And I have noticed large backpack skins have been working out quite all right as time has gone on, you know? So, yeah, I'll be learning from it. Q-Rack Rug. So, I kept making jokes. You only want to use this if you actually have the DLC. Did you buy the DLC? Do you like playing darts? I don't like playing darts. Oh. Right, so anyway, 6,600 subscribers. What do I want to compare to? I actually went back and thought, you know what, I reckon I want to compare to Hologram Barbecue, but also I want to compare to Late Shift Shopfront, yeah. So let's go ahead and do just that then. Let's go back to July 9. As you'll see, 16,000 subscribers for this. And if I go back another week, you'll see 12,000 subscribers for this. So initially, I only wanted to compare to this right here, but I thought the sales were just a little bit too high. So looking at the rug, with its current position, I reckon that's going to sell between 12 to 14,000 subscribers. Now, in the past, I have bigged up and talked very positively about the idea of glow-in-the-dark rugs. This year, we've seen 1, 2, 3, 4. They're kind of becoming less special, you know. So yeah, I'm not really sure if that rug's going to really hold up very nicely. Nice decorative piece, but again, it's going to look very odd in your base if you don't have the pool table out and whatnot. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah. I'm a little bit unsure with that one. When we do the abnormal barders, I'll probably be lowballing it. So, yeah, that's a discussion for Wednesday night when I'm on stream. Now, Redemption Large Backpack. I was actually pretty positive with this. all I got to do is just show you the Redemption Collection, and oh my goodness, yeah. So I have reason to believe people like the Redemption Collection. What makes you say that, Hedge? I have my reasons. Anyway, so yes, this wasn't selling that much, as you'll see over here. Obviously, the newer skins and the small backpacks were getting so much more attention. That's fine. That's fine. Let it. Let it. As I said in my predictions video, these were the two skins I had my eyes on. And so far, this hasn't sold that much. Which, all the better for it to rise up in price in the future. Yes. Anyway, so 5,000 subscribers initially. What do I want to compare to? I want to compare to the Protector Electric Furnace. And I also want to compare to the Project Nova Sheet Minador. So, take me away. Let's go ahead and take a look. So, over here, July 9, almost 13,000 subscribers with this. And then over to here, as you'll see, almost 11,000 subscribers with this. Okay. 11 to 13,000 subscribers. Totally fine with that. Totally fine with that. I'm still hoping for the hoodie and pants to be accepted eventually. Ha 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 ha. But, Boots here did 12,000 subscribers. Gloves did 12,000 subscribers. Tier 2 did like 10,000 subscribers. Like, honestly, everything's lining up perfectly. Now, Tier 3 sold a fair bit more, that's true. But if we do see the hoodie and pants, not only do I think all the clothing armor is going to spike up on spike price, but even the backpack. Like, do you consider backpack part of clothing armor? Bit debatable, but, you can comment below. Anyway, yeah, it's in a very nice spot. It's not selling too ridiculously. I'm looking forward to seeing how that performs in the future. I wouldn't be surprised if I end up buying some of these. I can see a nice positive future ahead of it. So, just got to stay optimistic. Just got to keep hoping for the possibility of the hoodie and pants. So, even without them, I could still see that working out perfectly fine. Because again, just take one. Oh, wow. That's so much green and positivity. Alright, cool. Metal Shop Front and SAP, they have really not sold that much, have they? No. But again, low sales aren't necessarily a problem for us. Just under 4,000 subscribers, 3,500 subscribers almost. What am I compared to? I thought, you know what? Naval Camo AK-47, which is listed over to here, and JPEG bed, yeah, in between both of them. Yep. Let's go ahead and do that. So over to here we go. Boom. Almost 11,000 subscribers, and oh, there you go, 9,000 subscribers. So for these two particular skins right here, 9 to 11,000 subscribers. Rainbow Pony Shopfront, you are a very nice, bright and colourful design. I think a lot of people will be taking a liking to this. I'm very happy they actually added like an open sign, little thing there. It's sort of trying to be in a shop. It's weird the things they're trying to sell. But, it kept with the theme perfectly fine. It's actually trying to be a shop. I could see people appreciate that. I could see that work out quite right in the future. Also, I should point out, Rainbow Pony deplorables tend to work out quite nicely. Yeah, I think that's in a very good spot. I think with the positivity I've seen in the past, things could line up and work out quite nicely. I'm actually looking at that with a lot more positivity now, because it just really isn't selling that much. So, yes, I reckon the Shopfront and the SAP are going to sell between 9 to 11,000 subscribers. If that ends up in the lower end, I think I'll be buying some. I think I will. So, we'll see how it goes. Scavenger SAP, it's a perfectly fine looking SAP. Nothing too crazy, nothing too wacky. With the recent SAPs all being pay-to-win SAPs, I just kind of wouldn't be surprised if it gets lost in the shuffle and forgotten. Might end up like these SAPs over here. Not necessarily doomed, but not necessarily loved enough where their prices actually stay in the positive. So, yeah, I think people will just be focusing these three for the foreseeable future. So yeah, nothing wrong with it. It's perfectly fine for what it is. I just don't really trust it's going to be splendid. So yeah, 9 to 11,000 subscribers for both of these. Which now leaves us with the bucket helmets. In my predictions video, I was like, you know what, these are wild cards, because I just can't seem to figure out what's going on here. Again, I repeat, in the lead up to August 4 swipe, I saw so many bucket helmets getting bought out. Like, take a look at Wooden Bucket, for example. You'll notice with the prices compared to the buy orders, it's a bit odd, because again, got completely bought out. And you can even see the sales as we look at the liquidity. Look at that. So, yeah. Some people had a hunch that with the buffs that are about to happen to the bucket helmets, add with the fact that, you know, wolf headdresses are a little bit finicky and harder to get now. A lot of people thought the bucket helmets would be desired and craved to be used more. I'm asking you right now, over the course of Force White Weekend, have you seen any people using bucket helmets? Have you seen people actually running around with bucket helmets? It's going to be an interesting thing to keep an eye out for. But yep, let's go look at all the bucket helmets, because we don't actually have that many. There was 1 year where we saw quite a lot of them being accepted, and then that's it really. So 2, 1, quite a lot here. 1, 1, 2. Now it is the focused item. It is the focused item of the month. We are expecting more. Chances are we might have up to 8 this month, which probably might lead to issues. Again, suddenly seeing tons of skins available usually leads to problems. So I am hesitant and a little bit worried about that. But in regards to what we have here available, if they're not selling that much, surely it can't be that bad. You know, I should have said fish bucket. In theory, right, I'd have thought there's quite a lot of these, because I've seen quite a lot of them being bought and sold and traded and whatnot as of recent. No, it only did 8,000 subscribers. Huh. Well, it's doing very good right now. It's $3.50. Anyway, I'm looking at both of these, and I was trying to figure out what I could compare to. So let's just get that out of the way first of all. I thought we could compare to tempered auto turret, maybe even Heim armored door. Yep. So if I could just quickly do this, I want to just kind of point out, I reckon both of these bucket helmets are only going to do between 7,000 to 9,000 subscribers. Yep. That's low. That's even lower than fish bucket helmet potentially. We'll see. And I'm like, all right then. Well, how much are the other bucket helmets going to be selling after these ones? So, next Rustor, the Rustor after that. Of course, what bucket helmets get accepted as well? There's some very interesting options here. We've got a shark, We got a shark. That's cool. But there's other options. You got an evil bunny. You got silly frog. You got interesting white designs with Thunder Gold. I'm sure a lot of people might appreciate some more camouflage. You got goofy anime skins as well. Would you rather be loved or eaten? Would you like to see some spooky designs, some goofy designs? Would you like to be a bin? What are you going to say? So who knows what gets accepted next? But there are certainly options available, and I'm kind of under the impression that maybe things might go a little bit awry. Maybe things might go a little bit awkward. But I have to sit here and say we have noticed some pretty interesting things being posted with the recent skins. I don't know why I'm here. Again, for some strange reason, SMM hasn't been updating the new store. I just want to quickly point out, specifically with the From Hell collection, we actually saw some clothing armor being posted. So I can confirm to you right now, get a look at that, hoodie and pants, boots and gloves. Oh, sorry about that. If that gets accepted, don't you think that bucket helmet might spark a price ever so nice? I showed this off in my recent preview video. Looks nice, doesn't glow in the dark. We very likely could end up with From Hell clothing armor as a full collection. And I should remind you, From Hell collection has been doing very good this past few years in terms of acceptances. In terms of did every single skin work out perfectly fine, that's a bit debatable. But you know what? There's not a single piece of clothing armor here, except the bucket helmet now. So it's a new learning experience. Will people appreciate this as a clothing armor set? Will it actually go that far? Maybe we'll end up with the boots and gloves next. Who knows? But they have been provided. They do look cool. And it's a bit weird as well, because we also have this metal shop front. Pace yourself, good sir. Pace yourself. Anyway, so yeah, there's some pretty optimistic things with that. Now, in contrast, with the deep sea bucket helmet, I mean, there is a jacket, and it does look cool. Didn't see that Spiker price with disappearing, so maybe we'll see some interesting clothing to follow this. Of course, keep an eye on the workshop. Let's see what Mr. Robstar produces next. Kinda wouldn't be surprised if we do see more. Have people ask for more? Let's go see. Any comments? Any useful comments? Nothing yet. Okay. Give it time though. I'm sure we'll see something interesting. But other than that, with more bucket helmets on the horizon and whatnot, oh, it's a bit hard to try and figure out. Also, let me point this out. $3 for this, $1.49 for this. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So, yeah, awkward. I'm not sure. I'm confused. Wildcard. I'm not sure what to say. It is a learning experience. So, are we actively seeing people utilising the bucket helmets more and more from here now? Or was it just a thing people assumed would happen but didn't really happen, and then everything goes back to normal afterwards? Are bucket helmets actually desired now? If the answer's no, what are we doing here? So, yeah. 7,000 to 9,000 subscribers for both of these. Feel free to comment below. What are your thoughts in regards to those bucket helmets? Do you feel optimistic? Or do you feel like, you know what? I'm taking a step away. I'm not getting involved. Nope. Nope. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what people say. Right then, so that's everything. I will remind you, if you forget like the suggestions in regards to how much I think each of the skins are going to likely sell, remember, look in the description, look for the chapters. You'll see all the skins of the chapters, and in parentheses, they'll have the estimates with them as well. So, just reminding you. All right, cool. So, things are looking pretty sweet. Skins with high demand are selling ever so nicely, which is normal, you know. But I am surprised to see how some of them just sadly aren't selling so much. But again, I'm not necessarily upset by it, right? So, keep an eye on the workshop this weekend. I'm sure we're going to see some very interesting skins being posted. As you can see here, Fish Pants and Hoodie, version 2, Deep Ruby Handmade NMG, an interesting SAP, a very strange looking bucket helmet. Yep, more interesting skins are currently being posted. And of course, there'll be plenty more over the course of the next few days. So, what interesting collection continuations might we see? What do you absolutely crave to see getting a sequel from this batch of skins here? So, all right, cool. Keep an eye on commits as well. The devs clearly are taking a break from their weekends. They're actually not worrying about anything, it seems. Looks like everything's all patched and fixed. No worries so far in regards to what's just released with the update. But we do have to start anticipating new things being worked on. So, yep, a brand new Scrap King building skin. I would be led to believe that that'll probably be a sheet metal building skin. Why would a Scrap King be high quality metal? Also, I get the feeling Face Punch wants to get around to making a brand new sheet metal building skin, because we only have one. Stone has how many now? So yeah, I think they probably want to try and promote that a little bit more. So all right, cool. Keep an eye out. Maybe that'll probably be ready about October or November time. We shall see. They're just trying to figure out something right now. So all right, cool. Keep an eye out for that. That's going to be looking pretty sweet. But what else? What else might we see? You got to keep an eye on the commits. So keep an eye on the commits. We'll see what happens, and we'll see what potentially gets added later on. Yes. Cool. So I think we've pretty much caught up with everything. Now, did you watch my recent video where I was talking about like potential opportunities and things you might be able to jump into? So, yep. New fridge collection. I was talking about the possibility of the scientific fridges becoming a proper set. And I'm thinking a lot of people might like that. I'd like that. I bought 30 of the meat fridge. Why would you do that, Hedge? Watch the video and you'll find out. But throughout that video as well, I was kind of pointing out how a lot of skins are going up in price right now. And the market cap's looking good. Refresh. $201,876,013. Is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? That's going to take a while. Basically, yes, I have been noticing that a lot of skins are improving. August Force Wipe has been good. Unfortunately, we didn't reach over 200,000 people at peak. It's not the end of the world, but I was expecting that. Didn't happen, unfortunately. But I am noticing prices are, in fact, improving. Oh. Go back 30 seconds. Look at the difference. Wow. But yeah, you can go to the market cap section in SCMM and you can just search for different collections. You can see how they performed recently. I've got Micro in the chat there, so let's go take a look at Thundergold. Thundergold! What do I see? Well, in the past month, and honestly, you should just look at the past month, lots of gains, lots of positivity, except the face mask. Micro, what's happened? So yeah, all right. Be optimistic. Start looking at what's in your inventory. I got trade. Start looking at inventories and figuring out, what should you consider selling right about now. Because remember, as we get closer and closer to October time, unfortunately, prices are expected to drop off real bad. Rock bottom lows. So try and get those profits whilst you can. Wait it out for another month or so. Pick up the same skins again for a much cheaper price. That tends to work out quite nicely, actually. Yes, it does. So, all right, cool. Right then. So, yeah, everything's been said. Hopefully, SCM fixes itself and adds to the brand new Rust store. Maybe, possibly, we shall see. But everything looks... Oh. Come on, Hedge, you can finish a video without screwing up. Everything seems to be selling quite nicely. Everything's landing in place with expectation. And again, I know I'm quite hesitant with some of these newer skins, but I remember the past and the stupid mistakes I've put myself through. So, yeah, I'm trying to warn you. I'm trying to make sure you don't accidentally fall into the same stupid mistakes I've fallen into. So, blah, 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 blah. We get the idea, Hedge. Well, let's see what gets accepted with the next Rust store. And, yeah, let's see if any of these are affected by that. Will we see another garage store instantly accepted after this one? Will it be as cool? How many backpacks are we going to see in the next Rust store? Are they just going to reduce down to 2 small backpacks, or are they going to be committed and accepting 3 again? Maybe it might be a reversal. 3 bucket helmets and 2 small backpacks. We'll see how it goes. But another question I have. If you consider backpacks treated as clothing and armour, are we actually going to see hoodie and pants, tier 2 or tier 3 skins being accepted over the course of this month? Because in theory, if they're if they're taking up like clothing and armour spots, So yeah, we'll see how that goes. All right, anyway, that's everything that needs to be said. Thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. Catch you later. See you, goodbye.